So it's going to be a really interesting game of cat and mouse to see how, Tilde and LeoN, dance around each other's, very scary and very real win conditions here. As we're getting our game out here onto Smashville, KK Slider is here, ready to hang out, and yeah, it's going to be a fun time here, guys.
Yeah, it's that time of the night. It's also that time of night where Bowser just goes to work. And I was going to say, one of the biggest things that's going to work for LeoN in this matchup in terms of fighting the spaces, not just the neutral B, but, I mean, apparently the Bowser bombs. I was going to say, until at the ledge, you can respond very easily. You were talking about that sound cue with the illusion, right? Also, the Firebird, super easy to react to. So if you can win at ledge, especially with stuff like these fairs, Tilde's going to have a rough time. And so far, hasn't even been that. But sometimes LeoN just goes ahead and gives you one.
For the fans right there.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see
culture.
Yeah, you hate to see it like that, man. When you're off to such a solid start and then to lose a stock at sub 50, like, that really takes the wind out of your sails. So hopefully LeoN's not, like, super discouraged. All it's going to take is just one solid, hit or, like that. Up tilt. Underrated move in Bowser's kit. He doesn't have a lot of those, but that's one of them.
I will propagate Clamhead at any chance that I can. Stray, hit, kill, power. There's a reason he keeps saying that, and there's a reason why so many characters that have that are so prominent in this game. And Bowser, yeah, let's just say they don't lack power in any regard. They are basically power personified. But Tilde right now just trying to hang on to this lead. Flambeau, easier said than done, especially when, I mean, you can just do Bowser things. When you can do Bowser things. I don't know how to elaborate on that.
Yeah, that one was a little bit sus. I don't know how we got that sauce, but we'll take it either way. It looks like Tilde's hanging in there, gets the up tilt into the neutral air, racking up that damage. Probably going to be looking for that final blow. Goes for the back air right there. That could have been it. Up smash also not going to do it. Still fishing, though. He's going to keep throwing out them back airs until one day it finally hits or he loses his own side.
One day? That was awfully cynical.
Oh, I mean, he catches him on the high rise up to the platform, too, and that's going to deal with it. So even though after the fact that LeoN gave up that first stock to him, Tilde, albeit he got a lot of damage on, he needs to capitalize on that gift, and there it is, side B into the confirm. Sakurai blessed options, and you just got to take that. Now with last stock one apiece, how are you feeling about the rest of this match, too?
I mean, it really is just going to come down to who can get that one big combo, and it's starting to look like it's
well done.
I don't know if I just cursed it for LeoN, but then again, I kind of have to question my own words at the same time, because we've seen LeoN's resilience and the fact that this could just be building up rage. Is like now you've seen the blood come down into the eyes of the Bowser. All they're seeing is red, and if they are allowed to land, they could well capitalize. Tilde will not allow such a misfortune to happen to them. Koopa, they will go up 1-0.
Yeah, and if we could take a look at that last stock there, I just want to applaud Falco's option, Falcoing. The option coverage is absolutely fantastic here. You see the air dodge through the forwarder. It doesn't even matter. You still have enough time to go get the drag down neutral air into another up tilt into the back air, like we just saw right there. The option tree and coverage that Falco has to play with is bar none. And again, all that really set off by the fact that LeoN, SD'd at such an early percent. And listen, if Loki's taught us anything this week, is that any decision you make in the past can greatly affect your future. So,
watch Loki. So now here we go at the ledge once again. Like, one of the things that has been so impressive by Tilde all day is the ability to constantly mix people up on DIs with those back airs too. You have to be consistent about that, especially against a heavy character like Bowser. But sometimes Bowser presses up in the B button, and you have to respect it. Whirling forward is out of shield, and then gets the cross-up read with the command grab. Nice to be forced. Can you get the F tilt at ledge? Nice. Yes, you can. LeoN was able to capitalize this time and put himself in a nice, comfortable lead.
Teed himself up for it, unfortunately. But yeah, that's on LeoN to be able to react to that and not fear it. Tilde, I mean, they're the ones who are going to have to reach for respect here. LeoN is the one who has been there before, who has top-8 at PGR events and made it to the grand finals, if you remember, of Defend the North, and LeoN defending their honor right now. And looks to be the king of space right here, ironically enough, against Falco, of all people.
Almost got the cheesy one right there. LeoN's looking to close this game out, wants to go to game number 3, but Tilde going to go ahead and put the wind out of the sails right there. And granted, as we saw earlier in the last game, like, Falco can convert off of Bowser to death, right? You just rack up enough damage, send them up and down, and then once he has enough percent, you convert into that back air, and boom, he's gone. So we're going to see if Tilde can do the same thing here, but this out of shield option options are proving to be difficult.
No way.
Yeah, it's like again, the volatileness of this matchup. Again, the buzzword on commentary. It's nothing to scoff at, man. You know, LeoN's ability to convert on these you know, few combos that Bowser has to play with is absolutely insane. Tilde still putting into work though with that down air to the back air, gonna set up another edge guard opportunity.
And he gets him with the downer as well. Now, this is something that we've seen throughout this match. So far, we were talking about frame traps before, right? He gets him again with that. He forces the air dodge with the back air. Now he's forced to take this fist right to the face.
You gotta stop
Check
doing
your
that.
chin. Yeah, like,
Please.
If that's a scary spot in that right, too, because even if you fade down away from that, you still have to potentially take the Firefox. I keep calling it Firefox. The up B. You have to go low and then potentially dodge the F tilt anyway. So right there, very bad position. He jumped, got a bit scared. Seemed like maybe he was afraid that something was going to happen, but got to hold it in that position. That hurt.
I mean, you
stood
stood
at the bottom of his wrist too. Like that's a solid hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yo, just a straight up hammer
Rolex,
fist.
dude.
That's how Brock Lesnar won the title, bro. Just hammer fist. Let's go. But no, that's the thing. You gotta think that Tilde is going to rethink just standing right in front of the ledge whilst flaming. Yeah, it's 2 stocks that LeoN got off of that. And you know what? Tilde was able to take advantage of LeoN's mistake in game number 1. This time it was LeoN taking advantage of 2 of Tilde's mistakes to take game number 2. And Ajax, something's got to give here.
Funny enough, one of the early rises of LeoN in Ultimate was Suplex City.
Yeah.
Coming through with quite a few upsets and just getting a lot of dubs. And right now, he's on Smashville, taking away what we saw was pretty much his best stage. Good coverage right there. He caught him with F tilt twice. So what does he do? He fades back, covers it with fair, and that's just where he's going to win in this matchup. He has to win at the ledge traps just like that.
Yeah, Bowser's fair, one of the most destructive normals in the entire game, man. Like that, the hitbox on that move is absolutely asinine, and you know, there's really doesn't leave much of the imagination of where you can run from that. And again, whenever LeoN's had the lead, he's done a really good job of holding on to it. So let's see what Tilde's response is going to be.
Okay, and there we go. We see Tilde's trying to make some slight adjustments here to the recovery, right? We've seen an air dodge to the ledge already. We saw that time they just made sure they were a little bit further away from LeoN when they did the up B so that the forward tilt wouldn't reach. And I think I understand the reason he puts himself in that position often is that, like, the side B is what he's expecting LeoN's going to react to, so he goes for the up B to try and bait something out. But now, I mean, Tilde severely on the back foot here. Gonna go ahead. Wow, man.
You know, I don't disagree with that down there right there because you're up 2 stocks at that position. You keep that pressure up. You continue to control him. And honestly, I for one, good job not saying stupid before because I thought you were going to say it when Tilde jumped right in front of him again. But now he's forced at the ledge once again. Stu, can he, like, it seems like this is just LeoN's game to run away with and go up in the set.
Hey, didn't we say that last game? And what happened? It went to the last stock. It will be on Tilde to bring this back, and it will not be easy. But LeoN is going to try to clean this up as efficiently as possible. And if they know anything is efficient Bowser gameplay, eventually Tilde will take all that rage away. But, I mean, it's all the more room for LeoN to be able to work with. They can just kind of play a little bit more consistently, and you choose some of those safer options. And I think they should be good, even despite the combo potential.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be in a scenario where you just start swinging at things willy-nilly and start giving your opponent free openings. The side B on a platform, so not going to be enough to kill just yet. Great DI from Tilde.
I cannot say enough. There you go. Once again, not only the ledge traps, but the ability on LeoN to recognize almost every single time that Tilde went to the center platform. He was there to cover it with the command grab. So it's not as simple as, just roll past ledge, jump past ledge with a high recovery. LeoN is reacting every single time to that. Reactions, baby. So what are we going to see out of Tilde coming in the next one? It's incredible that his best stage all day has been taken away from him. I wonder if he just runs it right back or not.
A 2-stock victory at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, I'm thinking, okay, Tilde can win this, right? Like, this doesn't seem like something out of possibility. We've seen, get a down at an early percent, boom, LeoN can't make it back. Whirling Fortress won't go that high, but in the same vein, in that last match, it was a little bit too far gone, right? LeoN got to the point where, like, even if Tilde had gotten that stock, LeoN could come out of fresh stock and mash Flying Slam until he finally got the KO. So this time around, it's really going to be a matter of efficiency, I think, for Tilde here in terms of getting the conversions and converting them into KOs.
I think the big X factor here is that, you've seen it what happens in games where Tilde gets takes the lead, he does really, really well. In that first game especially. You've seen the 2 games where LeoN struck, striked first. It's been a completely different story. So, being able to force Bowser to play into your game plan versus playing into his, it's a totally different scenario.
We're
Look at how
already
it's going
seeing,
right now.
we're seeing right off the rip what you were just talking about, and most of that was just good defense from Tilde, acting accordingly on LeoN's aggressive play at a disadvantage, and then knew he wanted to get off ledge so bad to buffered roll Stoot. This is a nice switch up already from Tilde.
Yeah, and you're already seeing the difference in their gameplay. Sometimes all you need is a change of scenery to make things happen for yourself. That spot dodge, however, LeoN just going to match an option out of that, and there will be more than you can pick worse ones than the Flying Fortress. I don't know. This is dangerous for LeoN to go off stage like that, and that is for that exact reason. Able to stay alive and take that stock while only suffering 6% worth of damage for it. Yeah, that F-tilt's pretty handy, ain't it?
First thing we pointed out at the beginning of the set was the consistency, how F-tilt is going to be one of the biggest issues. And, oh my god, just you know what? You were swinging at me. You were calling out my disadvantage swings. Bet I'm going to do the same thing to you. This has been a ridiculous one, but here we go. Flambo, this is exactly what we talked about. Anytime he can get that opening, granted, he whiffed on shield. That's not the right time to be doing that against Bowser.
Ooh, there we go. Conversion pushed to the side here. Falling Nair from LeoN to fight out of disadvantage. You can see Tilde is fishing for that up tilt. Really wants the conversion. Really wants to send LeoN off stage. Set up that ledge trap. This is a good tomahawk, actually. Send him down. Go for the reset. And no, LeoN just like mashed that A button out of his stun.
Yeah, this next stock is going to be crucial, for both sides right now.
Oh, he's moving.
Oh,
no, he's not schmoving.
All the way into the blast zone.
Yeah,
Tilde on their tournament stock now.
Yeah, trying to cross him up in the gym, but he's like, what are you doing, man?
Come on. Sweat on the floor, you slip on it.
That's what you get for wearing black souls, bro. That's just
sir.
Oh my
on the
god.
hardwood. Unbelievable.
You know what? You know what? At this point, gotta deserve that. He keeps
he keeps side being into his shield.
Yeah. I don't know, man. LeoN is playing like the seasoned veteran that they have become, and we watched that transformation ourselves. I remember quite well Suplex City. I happened to MC it, but Tilde has not had that opportunity yet. This is their stage. Is this their moment?
This is easily just one good mix-up away that unfortunately did not happen there with the up tilt. And then you see he's immediately ready to react with that side B. Tilde's got to play perfectly here. He can. Oh, wow, you could just for a jump rolling fortress. All right.
Not
Careful.
you
Watch
do
out for
you,
the down
baby.
air too. To that percent where like LeoN might just let it rip.
You know how I said it's only crazy if it doesn't work? Well, that was crazy.
Yeah.
So, oh, wait a second. There's going to be a trade, and they will take it. It will go down as a victory for Space Station Gaming, LeoN, but that may well not be the headline. Tilde may have made mistakes in that game 4, but that is not what we will remember. What we will remember this event for is the potential birth of an absolute star in the Smash scene in the form of NPT Tilde.
100%, and the fact that, like you just mentioned, the headliners of this tournament literally are where they're supposed to be. You see Tweet, you see the Buzz, you see LeoN, but the person who isn't there right now, Light, was defeated by said Tilde. And so the fact that Tilde was able to move on, get through Nixie, like you're talking about before, incredibly difficult player to fight, especially as a Spacey he just capitalizes on bad recoveries. He kept it going. But LeoN, I am very curious to see how he approaches the Buzz matchup, because we were talking about how his